Let's go? Gyomei asked as you nodded your head while smiling. You and Gyomei were assigned on a mission together, and because it's far away, both of you have to take a train. And it's not the first time you both had ridden on a train together. Both of you occasionally go on missions together. Sometimes you would go with Rengoku or Gyu, because even though you're a pillar, Kayaka was still very protective over you, giving you some missions that are dangerous, but not too dangerous. Hajijin, how long will it take us to arrive there? You ask, slightly yawning. More or less than 6 hours. We would arrive there same time when the sun would set. May I ask why? I'm lack of sleep. So, if it's not a burden, can I sleep and wake me up after? You ask him, making him cry for no reason. May the god give you enough sleep. Of course you can, he said, making you smile and find a comfortable position. Even though you found it uncomfortable, you leaned on the train's window, feeling the unpleasant vibration of the train moving. You managed to sleep because of your sleepiness, but the uncomfortableness feeling still bothers you. Just the way the train moved against the tracks just didn't sit right with you. Gyomei felt how uncomfortable you were making him smile for a little as he gently leads your head down onto his shoulder. He also felt your satisfaction face, making him smile all over again. You and Gyomei met during his supposable trial for the accusation for killing the children at a temple. You were clinging to your brother that time in order to guide him. You're already a demon slayer, and just passed the final selection to become an actual demon slayer. You were only 13, and Kayaka being 14, and Gyomei was 18 at the time you met. You also became a hashira the same day Gyomei did, but you trained yourself since you were young because of Kayaka. You want to stick by his side until the end. Soon after the train stops, and you and Gyomei did your mission together, killing a lower moon on the process. That was so great, Hajijin-san, you said, feeling proud of killing another lower moon. The two of you were about to enter a shop when your crow and Gomei's crow announced shocking news. Kane Kocho died after fighting Upper Moon 2, was all it said. Your eyes widen as you cover your mouth in shock as Gyomei started on crying, praying for Kane's death. Kane was so important to you considering how she became your best friend, being the only girl as a hashira. You bit your lip as you looked to the ground, groveling. What could you have done? Death or the enemy every human needs to face and accept. Some may be able to trick and escape it, but many don't, especially for demon slayers. Both of you separated the simple goodbyes as you went straight to your room. Kayaka and the other niece. You hadn't been bothered, you're considering that you might be grieving over your friend's death. The moon was out, and the swaying of the wisteria tree, due to the cold and strong winds, made the petals scatter everywhere. It made you just sit on the step outside your room and watch the clouds move in the darkened sky. A tear slid down your cheek as you started crying. Whenever you got attached to people, they just seemed to die without you by their sides. Your 2 Sudoku had died while killing demons. That is why you never had the courage to have another Sudoku again. You suddenly felt warm clothes over your shoulder and a small hands hugging you. You saw, I'm going to butcher all of their names, so I'm so sorry. Nichika, Hinika, Kurika, Kurina, and Kataka hugging you. You then burst into more tears as you hugged them back, and you didn't notice Kayaka and Ami in the distance watching you break down. A week after Kane's death, a sudden meeting was announced to be made. You arrived and was the last one since your crow had been hard time only to see you eating in a shop. Haji-jin, you called as he looked at your direction and had a conversation. I heard that you cried a lot and locked yourself up. Are you okay? He asked with a tint of worry in his voice. I am. She might be gone, but she'll always live with me, you said, cheerfully making him smile and pat your head. Rengoku then joined your conversation, with Tengen by his side. Obanai was still in the tree, waiting until Okiyama-sama arrived. Micho was just staring at the clouds. Sanemi, just alone with the still frowning face, grumbling once curses as for Tokida, is still alone and does not talk to anyone. Okiyama-sama has finally arrived, Kanaka said, making the 8 of you bow down. How was your week, my children? Okiyama asked calmly, with his remarkable tender smile. Everyone answered, whether fine, absolute, or peace. I call you because we will promote a slayer to become a new hashira. You all knew her since she's been with Kanae since then. He proclaimed, as Shinobu then showed herself and bowed. Kocho Shinobu. Nice to meet you all, she said. She will now be the new insect hashira. And the meeting felt like it was over than how long it started. After some further announcements for the other hashira and Shinobu approached you. Udurashaki-san, Kanei-ni-chan wanted to give you something. She said that you were the only one who knew where it was, so she was giving you this. She said as she handed you a piece of paper. You took the piece of paper and saw the contents. It was a map of Kanei's office, and you know where the secret drawer behind the bookshelf was. But you didn't know what was inside. Both you and Shinobu went there, as she then guided the girls to treat injured demon slayers, while you went to said bookshelf and slid the books to the right. You opened a drawer and saw a butterfly hairpin, a syringe with something inside of it, and a letter. Did you find it? A sudden voice making you immediately look at the door, only to see Gyomei. Yeah, this is more likely to be used in the future, he replied, as you both walked together, leaving the butterfly mansion without telling Shinobu. But you requested Ayoi to talk with Shinobu about it.